love to the beat so slow. Making love to the beat, girl, it sounds so slow. I'm in fuck with a G, girl, you already know.
Yo, we back again. Word 'em up. Yo, son, we gonna take a little trip up to Maryland, feel me? Shout out to my sister, yo. You haven't heard lately, I drop a verse daily. I'm about to lay the rose petals for boxing first lady. Ask Cash, she not in it for a cash grab. She passionate when she speaking, it make the crabs mad. Ashley's Corner got the news for the boxing heads. Whether you ball, rockin' waves, or you got the dreads. Cowboys bummy, nose runny, ain't nothing funny. These little dummies will sell their own mommy for insurance money. Tuning in on weekends, my favorite getaway. Giving you the boxing analogy every Saturday. Plus she got a hyperlink, so if you got a dime, spend some time and go to bonfire.com/store/love-in-sports, and you can lurk, hit the search, you could get a shirt. If you ain't learned by now, you never will. She got the clever skills where the sneakers are in high heels. All the cats boring now, they was boring then. There's no defeating her. Ashley's like a media, with knowledge like a thesaurus encyclopedia. Them other lame channels remedial, make me sleepier. I tried to warn you, if I say again, your ass are gonna. Y'all informants, get the hell away from Ashley's Corner. You lose a leg if you step a toe past the border. You might say you on the block, but this is Ashley's Corner. Word 'em up. Ash Cash. We in the building, son. Judah Ben. Tell a friend, yo. You might say you on the block, but this is Ashley's Corner.
What is good? What's good? What is good? What is good? Yeah. What's poppin', peeps? What's poppin'? What is poppin'? What is poppin'? Hold on. Wait. Yes, I'm here. But that picture of Canelo, bro. That picture of Canelo had me rolling, yo. It wasn't even a picture. It was a video. If you go on Netflix got a little promotional video for the fight, and it's like all Canelo. It's all little animal. It's all animated Canelo little video. Shit was funny. That picture, he was floating for real, like, and the boats was coming, electricity was flowing through the gloves and shit. That shit was, yeah. So I had to take a snapshot of that for anybody that missed it, man. Look at Canelo. Hold up. Yeah, look at Canelo. I thought that shit was hilarious, yo. But yeah, I'm not gonna waste no time. Fights are coming on tonight. Well, I'm on the zone. I only see one for real. They got like MMA and stuff, but hold up. It's one fight at 11. Yeah. It's a card at like 11 on the zone tonight. But I think the card on Saturday, I think like the prelims and shit all start on at like 3 p.m. Eastern time, and then the main event starts at 8 p.m. Eastern time. But I had to do this live because I missed last Saturday, and it's really hard for me to do lives during the week. It really, really, really is. You know what I mean? But I made it happen to talk about a couple of things, just a couple of things that I've been hearing people talk about. And I wanted just to talk about myself. You know what I mean? I heard a lot of people saying, you know, Bud fans, all Bud fans, and all Earl Spence fans, this, that, and the third. But man, I'm just gonna speak for myself. But salute to Crush the Legend is in the building. MOC, what is popping with you? What is good, Unc? Definitely appreciate you coming through. Salute to you, Victor. What is good with you, sir? Definitely appreciate you. Mike Biggs Boxing is in the building. What is popping with you, sir? Salute to you, Jarrell. What is good with you? Definitely appreciate you for coming through. Salute to you, the family thing. Definitely appreciate everybody for coming through. Why does that look like that? That is weird. Hold on, let me fix that. See if can I fix it? All right. But I have to. I can't even remove my names. I don't know why is my name all in the way. It wasn't like that at first. What is up? They don't want me to show my little Canelo in the corner, down like that. Salute to Dolores Vanessa. What is good with you, Queen? Definitely appreciate you for coming through. What's goody? But let me say this, Salute to you, Dark Kent. What is popping with you? What is good with you, sir? Definitely appreciate you for coming through. Dang, I stopped getting these damn notifications on my computer. It's whack. But I wanted to speak about myself, okay, for real. Like, I'm a real EJ fan, okay? I'm a real Earl Spence Jr. fan and supporter. And I'm not mad at Bud, okay? I'm more mad at Earl in the situation. I hear a lot of people talking like all Earl Spence fans are mad at Bud because of the Earl fight. I'm more mad at Earl because of the Bud fight. I'm more mad at Earl Spence, not Bud Crawford. Bud did what he was supposed to do in the fight. When the bell rung, he did what he was supposed to do. I'm not mad at that. I can't be mad at that. It's boxing. It's always a risk. It's always a risk. EJ allowed himself to be blinded by the truth, and that's what his nickname is. He told his fans what he wanted us to hear. When we knew EJ was never going to be the same after those accidents, he told us what we wanted to hear the entire time. EJ was never going to be the same. And he admitted to that after people pushed the issue, after people interviewing him pushed the issue. Yeah, he was like, yeah, I'm 60% or something like that, he said, but he feel like he could still, beat everybody. And then saying that, like the slacking that I heard he was doing in the lead up of the fight, like the shape he was in during the fight, I'm more mad at Earl. I can't be mad at Bud. You could be mad at how the fight turned out, but you can't really be mad at Bud. And that was how many years ago? It's over. Fights has happened since then. It's done and gone. But for real, I still believe Canelo and Bud deserve to lose for their past transgressions. Yes, I said that. Canelo stopped fighting the best years ago, And David Benavidez is now one of my favorites because of all of the stuff that's been going on. I can't turn a blind eye to what Canelo isn't doing. And Crawford showed me his horrible sportsmanship by asking for a corn flip to see who walks out first. And him saying he don't care about black people in his own words more than once. In his own words, coming to his fight. And telling us UK fans is better. Both of them can lose for all I care. I don't have a dog in the fight. And when I said I made my video, I was honest in saying everything that I said. Both of them are great fighters and deserve all the respect to give it to them now. Act like Bud won right now because it might be his last fight. Act like Canelo won already because it might be his last fight. I mean, every word that I said is no hate. I don't care. I really don't. I'm reporting on it because this is what I do. But Bud not going to stop Canelo, okay? He's not going to stop him. And if he does, I'll be the first one saying that shit's some fishy shit. Two wrongs don't make a right. And we already know Canelo's on that clenbuterol. But everybody that faced him was clean, supposedly. Bud can win the fight. He definitely can, but I just don't see it being by stoppage. Canelo will beat Bud. And Bud fans shouldn't feel no way about it. That's honestly how I feel. You shouldn't feel no way about it. Now let's talk about what Canelo is. Salute to you, the aircraft carrier. Salute to you. I absolutely agree with you on that, Ash. And I picked Earl over Bud when they fought. Yes, he did. I went to that fight. Salute to you, 704 Joe. What is good with you, sir? Yeah, and that the fight against Earl, yes. I mean against Bud, yeah. Yeah, he shouldn't have took it. Yes. Yes. I believe the same thing. Now let's talk about why Canelo's the face of boxing. Because just hearing that, it make you think like he's the best. He's not. He's not. Canelo's the face of boxing because boxing is a majority like Mexican brand type sport. Like they want the Mexicans to be the top of everything. And because Canelo's a very good fighter, because he fights top competition for the most part in the early part of his career, because he stands there and trade, because he fights his style and he is who he is, and he brings butts in the seats, like he puts butts in the seats because of his numbers, because he's friends with, you know, the who's of boxing that runs this ish that we know of anyway, not the people behind the scenes. That's why they like he's named the face of boxing, not because he's the best boxer. But all of us can agree that Bud has more skills. We know this. Everybody should know I'm an Earl Spence fan, but at the same time, how are you going to be mad at Bud? Now, I don't want Bud to lose because he beat Earl. Hell no. That's Earl's fault. How I feel about the fight is how I feel about the fight. Real talk. Now, if y'all can help me out, I need to find a sweater and coats. If y'all can help me out, tell me all the things that people said about Canelo on the reasons on why Bud is going to beat him. One of them is that he's slow. Salute to you, Rosia. Canelo one too. What's all the things they said about Canelo? That's the reason why Bud is gonna beat him. And they say the man is slow. He got a bad leg. Alcohol, yeah, he's an alcoholic. He drinks all the time. What else? His feet's not fast enough. Bud has a better toolbox offensively than Canelo. Probably so. Probably so. Bud is an offensive fighter. But it's a list of things, only name 4. Excuse me. It's a list of things people been saying that these are the reasons why he's not good enough to beat Bud. Like, they're saying that Bud is going to beat him because of all of these reasons. Yo, it can't be a lot of reasons on why. Like, if you beat somebody that they claiming is great, it can't be a list of reasons on why they're going to lose to anybody. You understand what I'm saying? To anybody. I don't care who people think Bud is. If somebody's a great fighter, if they really all of that, there's not a list of reasons on why they're going to lose to anybody that's in their weight class. I think a lot of things that's been said about Canelo is fabricated. Some things are true. But everybody has holes in their game. I would love for Canelo to take another L. I don't think it's going to happen, though. Yeah, Canelo's better defensively. Canelo has problems with switch hitters. Is the reason why Bud could win, is what I hear. Now, maybe that's probably part of the reason on why Boots was in the camp, maybe. Overall, Canelo is a superior fighter to Bud, and Bud is my favorite. I just got to keep it 100. That's what's up. That's what's up, aircraft carrier. That's what's up. I mean, it's not, people always talk about eating crow and shit. That's some shit you got to participate in. I don't never eat no crow. I don't be wrong that much anyway. But, I mean, it's going to be a very good fight. It's going to be a very good fight. I just don't think that people should be giving anybody, all right, regardless if we're talking about Canelo and Bud, nobody should give anybody Mount Rushmore of boxing credit if they're fighting somebody with a list of issues. That's just how I feel. And people keep talking about it like that's great talking points. Like, the stuff that y'all are really saying is like, it makes you take away from the win. Like, I know Canelo's been called the face of boxing, but that's because of his past history. It's really not because of what the fuck he's been doing for the last 3 years. It's because of his past history and the fact that he makes good numbers. And the amount of money he gets paid, all of that stuff combine together makes him the face of boxing. Not because he's the best boxer, because we already know that's not true. We know that's not true, or we wouldn't be sitting here comparing him to Bud Crawford. And not to say Bud Crawford's bad, you know what I'm saying? But come on now. And that brings me to my next topic. Why is everybody and their mama win that tank acting like this is last fight? Jake Paul gonna be his last fight. We don't even know if that fight's gonna happen. We're saying that the commission is saying they weigh over 60 pounds apart and they're not gonna make it happen. But whatever, even if it does, people talking like they know for sure this was Tank's last fight. How come Bud fans aren't talking like this is Bud's last fight? How come nobody, even Bud or Canelo fans, nobody's talking about either one of these fighters, but this being their last fight? Why? Why is that? Salute to you, Flawless Mentality. What is good with you? Can definitely appreciate you for coming through. Danny Jacobs. that Danny was standing in front of his ass like, I don't know why Danny was just standing there. Danny was just standing there trying to trade and block. It was crazy. Just remember to punch that Mean Machine drop Bud with. I know, like, and I'm about to look at the bets and see if I can see if they got one on there for somebody getting dropped once, because I know I feel like somebody's hitting the mat. Like, that's one thing about Canelo. Canelo, for the last couple of years, he don't stop people, but he definitely drop them. Stop, drop, and roll. You feel me? That definitely happens. Salute to you, Flawless. But better stay out of the corners. Off them ropes. That Majimov kept him in and on, and stay away from that Canelo right. That Bud couldn't stay away from Majimov. Yo, I heard somebody said that Showtime Sean Porter, I like to call Podcast Porter. Somebody told me Podcast Porter said that the reason why Bud didn't stop Majimov is because he was trying to knock him out or some shit like that. Because he was trying to. That's why he didn't stop. Because I was like, yo, cut the shit. I honestly believe this is Bud's last fight, win or lose. Thank you. But nobody's talking about that. And I heard a couple fans talking about what he gonna do after it. He ain't doing nothing. What are you talking about? What weight class is he fighting at? That's all I want to know from anybody that think Bud is gonna keep fighting. Tell me at what weight class, and then we can have a real discussion. You feel me? I don't think this is Canelo's last fight. Last fight because he has one more. Yeah, I'm just saying nobody's talking about either one of them. I don't feel like Bud don't have no place at the weight class. All right. I understand he's great, but who else is he going to fight? If he fight anybody that he's going to win against at this weight class, 168, it's going to be somebody way under Canelo. You understand? You understand what I'm saying? Salute to you, Thomas Hill. What is popping with you? Definitely appreciate you for coming through. Stop, drop, roll up, shop. Open up, shop. Oh, no. Majimov had the clear footwork advantage versus Bud. It was obvious. Bud looked a little confused first 2 rounds for sure. He was trying to throw them things, but he looked a little confused. Bud had a tough ass fight versus Majimov. Why people lying to themselves? I don't know. But people is really trying to make excuses for the Majimov fight. That's how you know when somebody make excuses for something, they already know it's a problem there. You can let people talk all they want, but coming up with that excuse, that's not even a real excuse. I heard somebody else say in my comment section, they said Bud did not knock out Majimov because he didn't have the right gloves on. I laughed and said that's not the reason, bro. You're basically, I don't understand how people don't understand what they sound like. You're basically saying because Bud didn't have horsehair gloves on is the reason why I didn't knock out Majimov. If that's true, sir, then that nigga don't deserve no knockout that he had. It was all in the gloves. It was the gloves. It wasn't him. It was the gloves. Ridiculous. I still get him a beat Canelo, but let's be real. What's good with you, Tyler Cunningham, Carolina, and his bitch? I am wrong for picking Canelo by stoppers. No, you're not wrong. You definitely ain't going to back down. That's for sure. It's going to be a great fight and a great card. A great card. It's 3 fights on the card, and I definitely want to see. You feel me? I know y'all know exactly what those fights are. Definitely what those fights are. Added too much mass to do his thing. Yeah, I think the more moved up, the less moving the man did. I barely seen him at 135, so I can't talk about it. He moved around a lot at 140, especially when it was needed. He damn near he can move the whole damn fight if he really wanted to. At 147, that's when he sat down on the shots and he focused more on timing. At 147, when he moved up at 154, he threw everything at Majimov. I don't care what people say. And Majimov wasn't budging. He wasn't budging. I think Majimov should have went to the body more, but he wasn't budging. Canelo might clip the monster 168 after watching that Morrell fight. Damn. Who's mad at us? Didn't have them busting choices. Sutu Bear 24. Oh, I got it. Yo, you see who on the screen? Imagine I'm confused, Bud, with that pop goes the weasel technique. He was swinging his arms and everything, yo. He was swinging his arms at everything. He was just looking at him like Bud didn't know when to go. He needed some help. Tell me when to go. Tell me when to go. Damn, he was moving his shit like double Dutch. That's how Bud was looking at him. He was stuttering with it. Shoot. Throw that shit. Fire that cannon, soldier. Bud did his thing, though. He did his thing because he didn't get dropped. He didn't get dropped that fight because he did take a couple good little shots. Man, it looked like for real every time Majimov really landed on him good. I seen sweat juices everywhere. You know what I'm saying? But he stood on his feet. He looked tough. He looked sturdy. So we gonna see. But in my opinion, I don't think Bud likes body shots. I said it years ago, especially before he fought Paul Cass Porter, that the man be having a girdle on. His trunks be high. So fighting somebody that likes punching to the body has one of his money punches is a body punch. It's going to be interesting to see how close Bud want to stay on the inside in exchange. If you fight like he did Majimov, this is going to be a very long night. If he fight like Edgar Berlanga did, it's going to be a night. It's going to be the night. I don't want to see the William Skull technique, though. I don't want to see that. I don't think he's going to do it, but I don't want to see it. I don't. I would have to like to see Bud versus Mel or Boots before calling it quits. That's what I'm saying. Do you see the man moving down? Do you see that shit? Do you see it? Salute to you, Silver. What is popping with you, sir? Definitely appreciate you for coming through. A tremendous feat. If Bud beat Canelo, it would be great. He's supposed to beat him. I'll be impressed. Yeah, I'll be impressed. I got Bud making history, but I'm aware this shit gonna be hard as fuck. Wait, let me go back. I changed my mind. Because it all depends on how he makes it to 12 rounds. Is Tank Davis fighting Paul next? I don't know. We're gonna have to find out, sir. I don't know, because they was talking about them not letting the fight happen because of the weight difference. So I don't know. I really don't know. If Bud take an L from Canelo, this could be very good for boxing. Hear me out. I got you. You funny. You crazy, yo. You crazy. If you fight like he did versus Majimov, it's gonna be an early. Yeah, man. That was a D+ performance. But that's what I'm saying. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be long. It's gonna be a long night for him, bro. It's gonna be long if that really does happen. But I don't see him fighting at no weight class, bro. I don't see him fighting at 168. Who's he gonna fight? Even if he announced that he's staying, everybody in the weight class gonna call him out at once. He's gonna be the new Jeff Horn at just like it was at 147. Everybody gonna be like, this is food I'm watching. That's gonna be Bud Crawford if he stays at 168, and that's no disrespect, but that's how people are gonna view his ass. That's how them fighters are gonna look at him. Yeah, they're gonna want that, especially if you beat Canelo. Yeah, go ahead, fuck around and stay at 168. And for all the weight that he gained, tell me what weight class would he fight at if he kept fighting? And why don't people want to talk about it? You know why? Because after the fight, y'all want to draw it out and talk about Bud for as long as possible. After the fight, y'all want to draw it out. Y'all know damn well he's not going to keep fighting. He's not going to keep fighting. Yo, it's not. That's what I'm saying. Like, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? Did y'all see the people at 168? Like, he would have to fight. Like, it could be a name, but it would have to be somebody way like under Canelo's skill. Like somebody he got to fight a William Skull out this motherfucker. That's the only person Canelo will be fighting. Bud will be fighting at 168. His next fight would be William Skull. It's the only motherfucker I've seen. It's not happening, bro. Sherez and Billy would be the first in line for sure. Everybody would call him out. Tell me I'm lying. Everybody would call him out. Everybody would, because they see why they call. Everybody's calling Canelo out, and it's not only because you get the bag. Even people really think that they're gonna win. They think they got a chance. You know what I'm saying? Canelo don't do all the things that a lot of other fighters do in that weight class. He'll stand right there and bang with you, block your shit, use his defense. You know what I'm saying? He'll give you a chance. It's some fighters that got, a slick defense and tall and lengthy, rangy, and use their feet and shit. Like Canelo's not that fighter no more. So a lot of people is standing in line trying to get a little bit. Salute to you, David Scott III. Definitely appreciate you for coming through. Hope all is well with you. That's messed up. They let 500-pound Shaq and 87-year-old Oscar and blocking Tank versus Jay. Yo, more than that. You remember the Big Show in fucking, this was wrestling though, the Big Show in Floyd Mayweather? Come on now. All types of shit. Salute to you, Macadocious Mac of the South. What is good with you? Hope all is well. Hope you're being safe, sir. If Bud beat Canelo, they better start calling him Pretty Boy, Pretty Boy, Money Boy, Money Bud. That's funny, yo. Pretty Boy, Money Bud. Oh shit. But yes, I don't, because of the muscle gain that Bud got, and depending on how bad this fight is, I don't see him making a return to boxing. If he do, within a year, I think he's gonna take time off, which is, I'm talking about Terrence Crawford. I would think he's gonna take time off, win, lose, or draw. We wouldn't see him again fighting in the ring, at least for another 12 months. You know what I'm saying? And then of course you can lose weight and come down to another size and fight. It's very possible. But what weight class? What weight class would he fight at? And I know it's not going to be 168, bro. Everybody can get that taste out your mouth. And if he want to come all the way down to 154, we just have to remember he's going to bulk. He's already bulked up to fight Canelo when fight night comes, because I think there's zero hydration. There's no hydration clause. There's nothing. You feel me? He's going to try to get as big as possible because he already know Canelo. If he don't, he should already know Canelo going to be a solid 185, 190 in that goddamn ring. You already know he's going to be heavy in there, solid. You feel what I'm saying? That's what he do. So who knows how heavy he really going to be. And then after a year, like, he can make a comeback and fight who? Who he going to come back and fight? At 154 and fight one of the Charlo? He going to fight Big Charlo? That would be very interesting if you fight Big Charlo at 160. Very interesting. That's probably the only fight that I really want to see. But other than that, like, I don't see him really get, like, and Duke for what? The way he talking, and for real, like, he 2 years older than Canelo. And people talk about how old Canelo is. I understand he got more fights than Bud. You know, boxing-wise, he might be older than Bud. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But technically, you know, he got 3 years until he's 40 years old. If he gets, I heard somebody say he's getting $100 million for the fight. If that's true, like, come on now. How y'all gonna say y'all know Tank ain't gonna fight again? But y'all don't say shit about Bud not fighting again. What are we doing? What are we really doing? Crawford will go back to 154. You don't see him staying at 168. I don't either. I don't see him going to 154 after Canelo. Okay, we can talk about it. Salute to you, D1. What is popping with you, sir? Angry White Man is in the building. We can talk about it. The 154, that's what I'm saying. That's the only thing I see him doing. But, bruh, you know that's 40 pounds he would have to lose to make weight. Because I know you're going to be at least 190 after the fight. After he eat. After that night, this weekend, when Monday come around, he's going to be 190 or more. Of course he can lose 40 pounds in a year. Of course. Do you think he's going to do it? You think he's going to do it for what? To prove what? If he have anything to prove, it's to fight one of the Charlos, right? Or I mean, if you can seal the deal, and Bud really would earn the Mount Rushmore of boxing if he beat the person that beat Canelo, and that's the only person that he can fight is Bivol. But I definitely will never see him doing no shit like that. So it's like it's nothing that he really has to prove left after he fights Canelo, especially after he wins. Who the fuck will he fight? Just being honest, who would he fight? Salute to you, Tay, the real queen of MMA and combat talk is in the building. What is good with you, queen? Definitely appreciate you for gracing us with your presence. But no, I don't see it happening. I just don't. I mean, it's very possible for him to come back to 154, but it would be only like who would he fight at 154? And wouldn't you want him to fight the bigger Charlo? Let me know in the comment section. If he was going to fight again and it was one of the Charlos, would you want him to fight Jamel or Jamal? Would you want him to fight the one at 154 or 160? Because in my honest opinion, after Charlo, I want to see you fight Jamal. I want to see you fight the bigger one, the one that's undefeated, the one that says that he's in his prime now. That's who I want to see you fight. Crawford got a much better chance than I initially thought. Why is that? Jamal. Exactly. I would rather him fight Jamal. Crawford over Jamel at 154. I wouldn't mind seeing Bud fight Maul. Right. Maul would be the better fight, in my opinion. It would be more entertaining. Yeah, Big Charlo. Both. Salute to you, chill, man. Yeah, I just don't think he has more to prove. So I don't really see him picking up the gloves and doing this whole shindig again. Because not that he shouldn't, but Bud has a kind of a big head on his shoulders. You know what I'm saying? As far as how he thinks of and carries himself. So if he loses this fight, and he does come back and fight again, man, like he would want to, in my opinion, show something we haven't seen. It's like it's nothing else in my opinion. Like he got it all. Like he did it. He did everything to be 37. I mean, as far as his accomplishments, he's accomplished it all. That weight cut would be too much. That's what I was saying. It would be like 40 pounds because he's going to be at least 190 after the fight. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Charlo took a year off and he looked really good. Looked like he's in shape like a mofo. But Charlo never's not in shape. Like he's always in shape. And I heard that's the same thing about Bud. So maybe it can happen. I just don't. I mean, in my opinion, I just think you got to go up after Canelo. I just don't, you know what I mean? If you lose and maybe you take an easy fight, but I just think you got to go up after Canelo, meaning like you can't just be fighting any Joe Blow no more. You know what I mean? If you went for undisputed versus undisputed, and you skipped 160, fighting one fight at 154, skip 160, and then fight Canelo at 168. It's like, bruh, it's a lot of fights in between them two, in between those weight classes, basically. It's a lot of fights. Bud can make 154. I think in a year's time, he definitely can. Salute to you, Jay Smith. Definitely appreciate you for coming through. I definitely think in the time, if he want to make a comeback, he can. He can come back to not make a comeback, but if he want to come back to the sport after the fight this weekend with Canelo, then I definitely understand it. I understand it though. Man, when Bud hit that, what was it? The early arrivals or whatever. Bud got booed like it was showtime at the Apollo, yo. Oh my gosh. I was like, yo, ass. Them boos was loud as hell. Crawford can go to 154 and 160 and or 160 and still do his thing. Yeah, I ain't gonna be 168 though, so he would have to lose some weight. But we still haven't seen him at 160, and he didn't look the hottest at 154. But 154 is a deep weight class, and there's a lot of names. You know what I'm saying? So it's that he could definitely, move around in that weight class. It's different from him making 154 motivated. Yeah, after making that money, he go up and fight the M Monster. Who is that? The Mexican Monster? What you talking about? He will never fight the Mexican Monster. Like, people really scared to fight him. That shit is not a. It ain't a coincidence. It's not a thing. It's a thing. Honestly, like, everybody's on the same tip. That's why I had so much respect for Morrell. Like, I already liked him before, and he started calling him out. I was like, man, yo, that man is like one of the throwback fighters. There's a lot of fighters that don't even want to. They don't want to talk about David Benavidez. Hell no. But could fight Laura at 160. Yo, I thought Laura was freaking retired the way nobody said his name. And he got a title. That shit is crazy. Everybody's scared of Laura because of what he did to Danny. What is good with you, Queen? Definitely appreciate you coming through, cuz Miss Just Do is in the building. What is good with you, Queen? Definitely hope all is well. David would beat the hell out of David beat the mess out of a lot of people. And you know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta keep it 100. Like, I watched David over and over and over again. I thought he really wasn't fighting no names. You know what I'm saying? But I liked him. And once I seen him fighting like some names or whatever, and how he was fighting and what he was doing, hey, he made me a fan. He made me a fan. But I couldn't believe the way they was booing Bud. That shit was crazy, yo. I said, damn, got one fan in that bitch. He just got his team. That's it. Team and his family in that joint. That is it. That's it. I think, and I'm going to say this, I think if Canelo was the same fighter he was 10 years ago, Bud wouldn't be fighting him. That's honestly how I feel. Bud would have, the only thing that would have been on Bud's radar is Jamel Charlo. Somebody else that has the undisputed, which would have been Jamel Charlo at the time. He'd have been trying to get that fight before he fought Canelo. I definitely don't think he would have fought. If Canelo didn't have the list of issues that people are going with, if Canelo was the same guy that he was 10 years ago, a lot of people wouldn't even be calling him out no more. You got it, like, Canelo, that's what I'm saying. He got his reputation from the people he used to fight. The shit who he used to be. Not who he is right now. Yes, Bear 24. Canelo has slowed down. It's very clear that the man slowed down. He's slowing down. He's slower. He gets slower and slower every 2 years. You can see it, especially if depending on the person he's fighting, you can definitely see it. They were scared of Lara after he almost killed Bobby. He almost killed dude. Jeez. Bud and Canelo twins. It was cool back in the day. Bud and Maul, okay. But Bud and Mel want to smoke with each other now. Damn. I'm down with him fighting either one of the Charlos. I'm down with that. Maul versus Lara would be a good one. Yeah, it'd be great, yo. People don't want to fight no damn Lara. People do not want to fight Lara. No, that's a headache from an old man. Man is in his 40s. Bro, I think it's 43 or something like that. Nah, people don't want to fight him. I was surprised that he was still fighting when Danny was calling him out. I was like, damn, Laura still fight? Don't nobody say that man's name. He been an active champion for years. This shit is funny to me. But I don't. Do y'all really think Bud's gonna retire though? Do you think he's gonna retire after this fight? Y'all think it's over for Bud after this fight? Because I've been talking a little bit about somebody's retiring. Bear said yes. I feel it. I feel like Jay Smith said nah. I feel like somebody's gonna get the fuck out of here. I feel, and maybe in one more fight, one of them are gone. One more fight, one of them are gone. If this ain't the last fight this Saturday for one of them, one more fight, and one of them are gone. My phone is blowing the hell up. Hold on. If Bud loses, yes. Let me think about that. If he wins or loses, will he retire? If Bud, I don't know. It's really up to him. And, I think he'll retire. I think he's gonna retire. Probably one more fight and it's over. If he loses this fight, he's gonna fight one more fight and then it's over. This might not be his last fight if he's gonna lose. He might fight again and then retire. That's how I feel. What time is it? It's almost 5:30. I thought I said so. Why my TV keep turning on? Oh, somebody's. Hold up. They be having fights on here playing, and I be missing. Who is this? This is Andre Ward and Sergey on Mayweather Mosley. HBO Boxing. What network? Oh shit. All right. He's too prideful to stick around if he loses. Oh, I didn't think about it like that. But nobody really, like a respectable boxer, can't lead the sport on an L. You think Bud should stay at 168 or go to 154 after the fight? He can't stay at 168 and do nothing. In my honest opinion, even if he wins, he can't stay at 168 because there's nothing. He can't fight nobody at 168 but William Skull and get a W. If you ask me, if he beats Canelo easier than expected, I see him rematching Canelo. Yeah. Other than that, he retires. That's facts. That's facts. My ass is getting hungry, yo. I really wanted to go live today because salute to you, Crush. There he is. I really wanted to go live today because I missed my live on Saturday. I missed my shit on Saturday. I had to catch up. I don't know what type of day Saturday is going to be. This Saturday coming up, yo. Because I think it's like 3 cards coming on. It's like the zone cards on Saturday. You got the Netflix card that I'm definitely not going to miss. I don't care who the fuck is on television. I'm not going to miss that card. Oh, yeah. Who's fighting? That Fernando Vargas. All right, this is what I wanted to say about Fernando Vargas Jr. All right, let me turn the camera on. This is what I wanted to say about Fernando Vargas Jr. This is the brother of the 3 Vargas brothers. Okay? Fernando Vargas, 3 sons that fight in boxing. I didn't think, something inside of me was like, the older brother fights. He got a record. I never looked it up. I never tried to go look up his record, but I never seen him fight. I never heard nobody talk about him fighting. It was like, bro, did he start pro yet? You don't never see Fernando Vargas Jr. fights nowhere. You see that one brother fight all the time, Emiliano. He fight all the time. He the best one. You see I think the middle one or the youngest one, that always wear the sunglasses and stuff with the curly hair. I just started seeing his, like, I seen one of his fights. I seen when he beat up Sean too, Ryan Garcia's little brother or whatever brother. But I was like, yo, dude don't really fight, you know? So he's fighting on this card. And I didn't do no research on the guy, but I heard somebody say that he was the ish. You know what I mean? I heard him say that. I heard people say he was the ish. I see that he's undefeated. He got a good knockout record. I did not watch anything with Fernando Vargas on it. I didn't see no highlights, no training, nothing. I heard people saying his training is whack and he's gonna get knocked out. I'll second that because everybody's saying it. I want to see Fernando Vargas fight because I never seen that shit. The shades on, so yeah, the shades on. Did you break down Billy versus? That's another fight that I want to see. Now, when it comes to Martinez, that's the guy that beat Truck Simpson. I don't really remember the fight. I didn't do much research on it. I've been working for real. I've been trying to make a paycheck. But I didn't really do much research on that. But M. Billy is a wide. I always say he swings wide with all his power in it, and he commits to every punch. That's his downfall. That's where he gets his power from, and that's how he fights. That's his fighting style. But he can be. He's a timer's dream. You hear me? He's a timer's dream. If someone know how to throw straight long punches and know how to time you with some pop in it, and that's what I heard. All the things that Martinez has. Then it's gonna be a good fight. Might be a very long fight for M. Billy. He might take a loss tonight. It might be his first L. Who else is it? I don't even have my paper in front of me. It was somebody else. It's the rematch in between Boachuk and Brandon Adams. That's what it is. Salute to you, AD Solo. What is popping with you, sir? Definitely appreciate you for coming through. Obscure apps. They aren't easy to find. You find it right before, right? And it's easy to see. So I've seen him fight a bunch of times. It's gonna be a good weekend. Owning that. The card is gonna be great though. Card is gonna be great. But yes, the rematch. Boachuk, I believe he has 2 losses, I believe. He got a loss to Brandon Adams, and he got a loss to Virgil Ortiz, I do believe. Those are the only 2 losses he got. He is a very good fighter though, but those are the 2 losses that he got. So he's gonna rematch Brandon Adams. Now, Brandon Adams is a good fighter. Excuse me, he's a very good fighter. I told people before when I watched him do the little fighting series or whatever, his defense is the problem that a lot of people can't get over. Brandon Adams isn't a very tall man, and when he puts his high guard in, he kind of like bends his legs with it. You know what I'm saying? He kind of gets too small for people to really get used to during the fight when he does it. You feel what I'm saying? He moves his feet very well. And he moves at angles defensively and offensively. But he's a good fighter. And I believe he stopped Boachuk in like the 12th round or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Or did he stop him? I'm not even sure. Did he stop Boachuk? Or did he just win in split decision or some shit like that? I can't even remember. Has an excellent left hook. Yeah, he got good offense as well. But if Boachuk came in this fight and his team didn't study the first fight and see what they did wrong and correct it, if they're not coming in here with an A-B game plan and maybe a C, they might lose again. But I really feel like, he probably He probably got something for Brandon Adams this time, yo. He might beat Brandon Adams this time, or else he shouldn't even been hustling backwards in the first place, yo. Real talk. I think that I think the whole card gonna be fire though, for real. I think it's like 9 fights on the card. Because it's on Netflix, I'm very excited for that, because a lot of networks they like stalling out. You feel what I'm saying? It's especially on the Zone, it'd be a lot of loading going on, and I don't really rock with all I don't really rock with all the pauses and shit like that. So when it comes to Netflix, you're gonna get a pristine, clear picture, probably 4K or better, depending on your television and your cords. Like that's can't wait for this weekend. It's gonna be great, y'all. I don't even know what I'm gonna cook. I don't know what I'm gonna eat. But salute to everybody that came in the building, man. I feel better now that I got that out though, yo. Y'all see Canelo on the screen floating. That is the video that Netflix have on the card, have on the whole fight. Like they got a whole little video. It's like a minute long or 50 seconds long of Canelo fighting and shit like that. All in cartoon view. The shit hilarious, yo, but it's fire all at the same time. But salute to everybody that came in the building. I need to get me something to eat. Eyes is hungry. You feel me? But I see y'all on, I might still go live on Saturday, probably 3 p.m. again. Probably when everything first start. Like I said, the main event of the card on Netflix starts at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I see y'all then, yo. Peace.
I'm working outside. Penny X.